Hello Aquarius tribe, welcome to my channel. This is the SunWoman, and this reading is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July 2023. I do hope this reading helps you tap into your intuition and manifest your intentions, and provide you with a weather report of sorts of the upcoming energies so that you know how to move for the month of July. If you enjoy this reading and you'd like to work with me privately, I would love to have you join my 3-month Breakthrough and Elevate program. It's a coaching program, and the link will be in the details in the description box below. Okay? Alright, so Aquarius, this is going to be for you. Just clearing the energies here for Aquarius. Clearing the energy for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so I'll lay down the cards, Aquarius, and then I will quickly go through the transits for you that are going to be affecting you in July of 2023. First card up is the Queen of Wands. So this is the energy that is coming, that you're coming into July with, out of June. Queen of Wands is fiery energy, so that is Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Okay, and could be you, could be another person in your life, but let's just go ahead and see what else we have here. Ooh, we have the Nine of Swords covering. All right, so what's on your mind? What's been concerning you? What are you worrying about, Aquarius? We'll find out what that is. All right, that's the energy that's covering you at the beginning of July. We have the moon in the, for the most part, in the main part of July. The moon coming up. Interesting. We have Temperance. I love this. Temperance as your overarching energy at the apex of the reading. And that also, Temperance is the advice card in this position as well. Okay. In the area ruling other people in your life, the Four of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful card and beautiful energy as far as external influences, people in your life that are going to be affecting you in July. So it looks like support there and celebration of some kind. We have the Ten of Wands in your obstacles or your challenges area. Okay, some of you may be dealing with some exhaustion or a lot of responsibility and weight on your shoulders, Aquarius. Maybe that's what that Nine of Swords is about. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Wow. Amazing. Ace of Swords in the outcome. I'm trying to think who else had the Ace of Swords. It was Capricorn, the sign before yours, I believe. So there may be a connection with Capricorn, but this is definitely a victorious card. And when I see the Ace of Swords, I think of Aquarius. It is definitely air sign energy. Victory, right? Victory over struggle, victory over confusion. It's truth. It's cutting through the illusions and getting to the heart of what it is, of what the situation is. Truth being revealed and success. Sometimes cold hard truth, but that's okay. The Page of Wands is at the base of the deck. So this is the energy kind of supporting you and the underlying energy for July. I like that. Movement, messages coming in. All right, so what's going on in the heavens for you, Aquarius gang? We've got the full moon in Capricorn in your 12th house. That is going to be on July 3rd. And, this is really going to be a good time for you to consider spending some time alone. Consider, retreating a little bit from all of the activity, from the work, from the hustle that you've been, feverishly pursuing in the last few months. I think definitely with that Ten of Wands as an obstacle card, it's time for you to rest. Please give yourself permission to do nothing if necessary. Okay, give yourself permission to take a break, to take time out, to retreat from the responsibilities and the burdens that you've been carrying. because you need to be whole. You have to be able to recover, Aquarius, okay? So please give yourself permission to recover in July. That, and again, a lot of that may have to do with your work situation, a lot of demands on you from whatever it is you do on a daily basis. Usually that falls in your employment sector, like your daily workload, the tasks and responsibilities that you have to be, take care of. So there's definitely need you to take a break, push yourself away from your computer, go outside, get some fresh air, spend some time in nature. Going to be important for you because you don't want that overwhelm to start causing you stress, and stress can lead to anxiety and all of this energy that you don't need to be chained to, that you can prevent or that you can deflect, okay, with some self-care. The new moon in Cancer is a really good sign and a new beginning for you, and that's going to be on the 13th of July. So some of you may be starting a new job that is in your 6th house. There may be, something may come to a head at the first week of July that frees you or releases you. Maybe some of you are leaving a job. Maybe some of you have, had enough and it's time to liberate yourself from that. So it may be time for you to send out some resumes, look for a new position, and by the 13th, that energy will be really in your corner as far as finding new employment, a new position, new job, new coworkers, okay? A lot of energy with that. And if you are not changing jobs, there may be a new project that you're assigned to. You might be moved to a different department. Some newness in relation to the work that you do on a daily basis. New people coming in. New position. But what I want you to make sure of, Aquarius, is that anything new that you start, make sure that a promotion or a job offer carries with it a very clear understanding of what the financial gain or benefit is going to be, because you may be there may be a situation where you're offered a promotion of sorts, but the money doesn't match, right? It's not promotion money. And they might want to kind of pull the wool over your eyes and say, well, no, this is a lateral move, but in that job, you would be dealing with new responsibilities, new people, new workflows, new tasks, unfamiliar surroundings. And so you want to make sure that you are compensated, right, for whatever this new situation could be. So just be careful of that, Aquarius. In general, I think that you need to really focus on your financial situation in July. There may be some unexpected, I wouldn't say unexpected, but there might be something under the surface that you need to take a look at and pull out from under the veil to really assess and evaluate your financial situation, okay? There could be monies going out that you're not aware of. There could be some funny business around your income. Make sure you're checking your pay stub. Make sure you're taking a look and being sure of what is being deducted from your money on a weekly basis, or from if you get paid every 2 weeks or every month. Take a close look at your pay stub and make sure that you're looking line by line and not missing anything or seeing anything that's deducted twice, or some extra deductions that you have no idea what it is. Make sure you're being paid at the rate that you agreed to. So definitely a need for you to be clear on what resources are coming into you. And then I also feel like some of you may be feeling a little debilitated as far as what you have to give. So this can be finances, but it can also be your own personal resources, right? Our skills, our talents, what are the resources that we come into the world with? What do we have that we can offer the world? So some of you may be interesting. This is coming to me right now, but some of you may have in the past been interested in the esoteric sciences, right? Like, astrology, numerology, the tarot, I Ching, the runes, arts that are Neptunian by design, because they are kind of, esoteric means what's hidden. So sciences that, this community that you're a part of, that I'm a part of, that we recognize as valid sciences, but they, have kind of been underground for hundreds, that maybe in thousands of years, and that, so anything that falls in that bucket. Some of you may be, starting your own YouTube channel as a reader, or starting to give readings, or starting to do astrology, or it could also be, things like yoga, like, some of you could be a gifted yoga instructor, or learning breath work, learning Reiki healing, chakras. So anything in these areas are going to be something, if you start now and you really do your homework and you really build your practice as a practitioner, as a professional practitioner, could be something that endures for the longest time, because Saturn is there. But make sure that it is something, first of all, make sure it's above board. Make sure you are not taking advantage of people. Make sure that your practice is honest, that you are being authentic, that you are giving people what they pay for. Make sure that you keep the promises that you make as far as what you offer to others, because there could be financial loss, there could be burdens, right? So there is karma that is associated to our gifts and what we share with the world. And so make sure that what you're doing, it is 100% authentic, with utmost integrity in whatever you decide to do. Okay. So as I said, you could rejuvenate a practice. If you've done these things before and you stop doing them, you could actually rejuvenate a practice and get back to it with the retrogrades, planets, Neptune and Saturn. And this could be something that you do for a very long time, like decades. Okay. You also, Aquarius, have Mars and Venus retro. The planet Mars is moving forward, but you also have Venus retrograde in Leo, both of those planets in Leo, and that is your 7th house. So what's going on with that? Well, there's a lot of energy, a lot of focus on partners. Could be a little too much focus, because Mars can give energy, and there's got to be like movement, and there's enthusiasm there, and there's aggression, but it also can, turn into conflict, arguments, So make sure that you and your partner, if you're in a long-term relationship, are channeling all that energy that's in your 7th house in a positive way. Start working out together. Start an exercise program. Start lifting weights. Mars rules iron, which is weightlifting. So a traditional regimen of weightlifting could be really good for you as far as building your strength, building your body. I also do wellness coaching, and one of the things that's always fascinating to me is that, level of strength really informs longevity. So the stronger you are, the healthier you will be. That's just, it's just the science is there. It's physiology, because you can, number one, you're able to withstand the I guess, the challenges of life that we have on our physical bodies. You're able to take care of yourself as far as the basic activities of daily life, you know, lifting things, pulling things, dragging things, you know, the strength that we need just to be able to take the groceries out the car, you know, or carry a basket of laundry, or, you know, the strength in our legs to be able to go up and down stairs, or whatever that is, you know. So make sure that you're building your strength. And again, with this in conjunction with your 7th house, it could be a really super practice to start with a partner and connect the two of you, and be a bonding experience for you, and channel that Martian energy. With Venus retrograde, do make sure that you are, you know, there could be a reconnecting with a previous partner for you, someone that you were involved with in the past. So when Venus goes retrograde, people from the past enter back into our lives, kind of a second chance, kind of do-over. But often what this does is, if it's someone you've been thinking about, or maybe wondering what would have happened if I had stayed with such and such, it gives you kind of a second chance to experience that person again, to see if what you thought was was an illusion, or really the one that got away, right? So make sure that you are, if you do reconnect with a partner, that it is a situation that is viable. Make sure it's not wishful thinking. Some people are in our past because they belong in our past, okay? And we separated or broke up, or the relationship ended for a very good reason. They were not meant to move forward on your journey with you. But sometimes people change, they grow, they elevate, they, you know, there is growth along their spiritual journey, their karmic journey, and then that could be a situation that aligns with your journey, and then you guys journey on together, you know. So again, if that situation presents itself, definitely make sure that you're vetting it and you're seeing it through very clear glasses and not rose-colored glasses, okay? The other thing here is, with Venus in retrograde, not a good time to get married, Aquarius, because when you commit to someone, you really want to have that Venus going forward and not debilitated. So debilitated meaning weak, right? So Venus goes forward on September 3rd. So I would say, if you're thinking about getting married, like, don't do a shotgun thing right now. Wait a couple months until September, and you know, that would be a much better energy, much better, you know, the force would be with you as far as your relationship is concerned. You're going to do what you want to do. Again, you know, this is just my advice to you through, you know, what I talk about when I explain astrology to people, is that it's a weather report, right? So if you get a weather report that you know it's going to be stormy and rainy tomorrow, you're not going to go out with your shades on, and you're going to take your umbrella, you're going to take your boots. You know, you might change your plans to accommodate what the weather is. You're not going to go to the beach necessarily. You might go to a movie or a museum, or you might stay home, Netflix and chill, right? So whatever the case is, the astrology is a weather report for you of the planetary energies that affect us all, because we live on planet Earth and we are natural beings. We're part of the natural world, and so planetary movement affects us, okay? So that's just some information for you, Aquarius. And I know, my Aquarians, you understand that, you believe that, you vibe with that. I am a fellow Aquarius, so those concepts align with us. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the reading. I'm seeing some really good things, and then I'm seeing some things that we want to clarify here for you. So you're coming into July with the Queen of Wands here. That is a fiery energy, fire sign energy. So interesting, we've got Mars in Leo in your 7th house, so some of you could be connected to a fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But it could be someone entering into your life or coming back to your life who, has a lot of charisma, a lot of energy, really enthusiastic, real outgoing personality. Might be a little over the top, right? Maybe a little egotistical sometimes on the negative side, but someone who will motivate you and, be an exciting partner to travel through life with. So this, very well could be that person. Leo is strong here on this card. So again, could be someone Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, significant Leo energy there. And I love my beautiful black puma here. So that could have been someone that came into your life in June. What's happening in July? Well, you're stressing. I don't know what you're stressing about. You've got a lot on your mind. Okay, it may not be one thing. It could be 9 different things. You may be internalizing a lot of stress, Aquarius. It could be your family. It could be your health. It could be your finances. Could be your relationship. Could be the state of the world today. It could be so many things that are on your mind, and keeping you up at night, giving you anxiety, like, your thoughts not being settled. We want to come out of this energy, Aquarius, okay? How do we do that? Well, first of all, we have to understand that worry is a useless function. It's useless. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't correct anything. It doesn't solve or heal anything. What worry does is it embodies, it allows your body to absorb and to hold on to negativity, right? It's faith in things that you don't want to happen. That's what worry is. Stress is a normal thing. As human beings, there's been stress since the cave people, right? So now we even have, we have different kinds of stress now that come from all different directions. But it can take a toll on you. So stress is not going to go anywhere. It's always going to be with us. Children have stress. Adults have stress. But you have to find healthy ways to manage it. Okay? Your thought process is one thing, deflecting what you cannot change and changing what you can, right? Affecting what you can. Also having recovery practices. If you know you had a stressful week, then you need to be gentle with yourself at the end of the week. If you are overstimulated as far as communications, emails, text messages, phone calls, meetings, this and that, you may need to just tune out for a day or two. Take a mental health day, right? Take a sick day. Do what you have to do in order to reset and rebalance yourself. Because as Aquarians, you're ruled by we are ruled by Uranus, and we have that antenna, and that antenna is up for that electrical energy to hit and process and go into our bodies, and that's why we are very much in tune with things that are advanced. We're able to process those things. We're open and receptive to those things. But that same antenna can make you a lightning bolt for stress and negativity, other people's worries, other people's burdens. And very much with Aquarius, you are, even though we can be loners, we're still that contradiction. We're a social sign. So we care about what our friends are going through. We care about what our loved ones are going through. We care about what the world is going through, right? The world is in a state of chaos. So those things, how they affect our environment, our communities, our family, our children, us, our ethnic groups, our social groups, those things can really embed themselves in Aquarius. And so it's important for you to make sure that you are combating those things. And I love this card because, look, within this card, all of these swords, there are still roses. Okay, there are still roses. So I'm not trying to be Pollyanna about this or just, rehash this, but I feel like this is a heavy energy that you don't need and that you have tools to deflect. Go ahead and put on some rose-colored glasses, right? I've been telling people not to, but for you, Aquarius, I would say put on some rose-colored glasses, because things in the world can change, and one person can make a difference. And even if you do it with a small act of kindness, that can change the energy in the room, in life, for yourself, for someone else. Send somebody some flowers. Go pick some flowers. Go buy yourself some flowers, okay? If you're cross-watching here and you have an Aquarius that's going through some stuff right now, send them some flowers. Or something that represents that natural beauty and aesthetic of nature, okay? In order to offset the negative energy that might be bombarding them right now, or bombarding you right now. Okay, spend time in nature. The moon in the future, again, another possibly difficult card with the Nine of Swords there. I can say that some of you feel like you don't know the whole story. I feel like in July you're going to be asking yourself, what is the truth here? Like, I need to see behind the veil. I need to see people for who they are. I need to see my situation for what it is. Some of you may be dealing in a situation that there is a lot of illusion. People are not necessarily showing their true selves. You could be, this is an interesting card because I see two figures here walking in the park at night. I don't know if this is a road or a river, but one person's on one side, one person's on the other side. So the situation, it's not just black and white, the dark dog here and the light dog. There could be information that's hidden. This looks like a hidden meeting to me. This looks like something that is being done under only the light of the moon. Okay. There may be someone that's carrying a lot of baggage, and that may not be obvious to you. It may be a hidden situation. So definitely, with all of that influence, Mars and Venus retrograde, you want to look before you leap. You want to make sure that you know who people are before you sign on the dotted line, okay? Or before you commit, or before you trust. Really let people earn your trust. Let people show who they are before you, give yourself over to a relationship, because you want to be around people who have earned your trust, who are worthy of it, who are worthy of all the goodness and beauty that Aquarius brings to the world. And you don't want to be taken advantage, right? So definitely a need to use your spidey sense, use that Aquarius antenna, and make sure that you are seeing things clearly. I do feel that full moon, not necessarily this full moon okay, let me say it like this. The full moon in July is going to highlight your intuition, because it's falling in your 12th house, okay? The full moon in August is going to reveal the truth about what's going on, either with a current partner, a potential partner. Partner could be a romantic relationship, could be a business relationship. Okay, the 7th house also is the house of enemies. So some of you could have a person reveal themselves for who they really are in between July and August. Okay, but use your spidey sense, use your intuition, be clear. Okay, Temperance says take it easy. It's the same energy I was talking about, balancing yourself. I'm not going to go over that again. We talked about the Nine of Swords, but there's a need to to exercise healthful practices. So if you've been looking to get back in a health regimen, a wellness routine, exercise, yoga, as I said, breath work, healthful practices, complementary alternative practices, get into that. Okay. If you are trying to do that, connect with me. And I am also a wellness coach. And so there are a lot of different things I can help you with that, Aquarius. Okay. But just make sure that you're staying aligned, that you are staying balanced. Make sure, don't be careful with alcohol, be careful with medications. Try to wean yourself off of these things if they are a factor in your life, because you need to, I think that you're being called on to really live holistically, Aquarius, okay? Because those things can blunt your intuition and blunt your perception and your discernment, right? I mean, in moderation, we're adults, but overdoing things can really, throw things off for you. Four of Wands. This is a celebration. This is in the area of ruling other people in your life. You could be moving in with somebody. You could be starting a life, a home, getting an apartment, buying a home. Again, someone could be proposing, or there could be a engagement. This Four of Wands is parties as well, celebration. So someone that you are connected with is going to have something to celebrate, and as a result, it's going to benefit you in your life. You're going to be able to be part of that happiness, that joyful event. Okay. Yeah, and they've one person here is tossing up the peace sign. So peace, joy, happiness, connectivity with someone else. That's a really good card. And again, it can have something to do with your actual physical home and environment. If someone invites you to a party, a cookout, barbecue, please go, Aquarius, because you're going to enjoy yourself and you may meet someone really cool. The Ten of Wands is that obstacle. We already talked about it. The Ten of Wands is stress, burdens, carrying a lot of weight. Each one of these rods is a lot of weight and responsibility. So these rods, along with all those swords, that's a heavy load, Aquarius. It's time for you to lay that down, or at least lay some of it down. Okay, you've had a lot on you, but you really need to, and I really think that's for some of you, this could be related to home and family. Okay, but you're almost there. Know that you're almost there, and know that the time is nearing, Aquarius, where you're going to be able to rest. You're going to be able to lay these burdens down, this weight of responsibility. Things are falling into place, whether you believe it or not. Because you know what? You've got the Ace of Swords at the end, and that is the victory. That is a pure victory. This is Aquarius. This is your sword. This is air. This is truth coming to light, revealing itself. This is cutting away the veils of illusion, mystery. This is being able to see so clearly. Blue skies, you can see the horizon because everything is starkly clear for you now. There could be difficult truths that come to light, but you know what? So what? Truth is truth. And better to know the hard truth than to live under illusions, Aquarius, okay? So expect a victory here. Expect success. Expect, some kind of crowning moment for you, Aquarius. And how do I think that is going to come? Well, we got the Page of Wands here at the end of the deck, at the bottom of the deck. Messages, communication. There's a message swiftly coming towards you. There's communication. Could be texts, emails, could be a phone call, smoke signals, whatever it is. It's something that is coming to you that is going to be positive, that's going to create movement and forward movement for you in your life. This also, again, is fire energy, so could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Could also be a child in your life. So if you have kids, whether they're younger or older, could be some good news in relation to your child. Some progress that's happening for them is going to be something to celebrate with that Four of Wands here. Okay. Moving towards your target. And if you look, this is the high, is it called the pole vault? The pole vault. And what happens with the pole vault? Well, somebody flies high up into the air, defying gravity, and over a high barrier, right, or pole or line that you know, humans should not be even able to do. But how are they able to do that? Strength and timing. Strength and timing. So strength, speed, and timing, but also strength and timing. Because if the pole vaulter doesn't have that strength in their arms, in their upper body, to be able to lift, they can't get over it. So goes back to what I mentioned to you about strengthening your body, but not just your body and your mind, right? Protecting your body and your mind and strengthening them in July. It's going to be important. All right, let me pull one card for you from the something else I wanted to say to you and I forgot, but this is the runes of modern life. Okay. Nope, not yet. What's my rune for Aquarius? What's my rune card for Aquarius? Oh, okay. What's the rune? Oh, uh-oh. Looks like two. I'm going to take them. All right, we have Tiwaz and Dagaz. Okay, so this is fantastic. Look at what she's doing. Dagaz is a rune of enlightenment. Okay, so enlightenment, but look how it's happening. It's through her practice, through her yoga practice. Okay, so she's gaining enlightenment, but in the process, she's moving that body. All right, she's stretching out. She is tuning in. She is watching her breath. She is strengthening her muscles. She's looking to the sky. So she's expectant of enlightenment, and this is only going to happen through this practice. She's by herself, so it's a solitary practice, right? But through this, there's going to be some progress for you through getting moving yourself and gaining movement this month of July. And look at all the plants around there. So nature, I love that. Okay, get out in nature, or get in nature. And then you have Tiwaz. So Tiwaz is making it up the hill, right? It's follow the leader. It is success because you have the stamina. And again, another symbol of movement, exercise, getting that body moving so that you can get up and over. All right, sorry about that, Aquarius. My light went out. So the last word I have to say here about Tiwaz is it takes courage, right? It takes courage to secure a victory. So leadership, courage, that's what's being asked of you in July. Don't be afraid to be that leader, and don't be afraid to conjure up that courage. And sometimes it's the courage to just kind of bypass our own worries and our own concerns in order to secure the victory. Okay, and it looks like that is reassured for you in July. Fantastic. Great reading. I'm excited about this reading. I'm excited to see how this works in your life. So please leave a comment, Aquarius. Thank you so much. I will see you next month, and be well. Have a great month. Bye-bye.